Welcome back everyone, Questin here with the final mission of the Norman campaign, the Second Battle of Lincoln, 1217. This is a succession of a child king left England vulnerable to revolt. Its protection fell to an aging knight and a female sheriff? Okay.
When forces loyal to King John undermined Rochester Castle, it spelled doom for the rebels inside. Within days, they had surrendered. But the rebel barons weren't done yet. Their ally, Prince Louis of France, had sent an invasion force to help the barons overthrow King John. Then, in late 1216, the king fell ill with dysentery and died. His son, just 9 years old, was crowned King Henry III. It was now up to the young king's regent, the 70-year-old legendary knight William Marshal, to protect the crown. He faced a near impossible challenge. England was crumbling. Rebels were taking town after town. But William Marshal bided his time and prepared to defeat the rebels. Then in May 1217, he got the chance that he'd been waiting for. William discovered that the rebels planned to simultaneously besiege both Dover Castle and Lincoln Castle. With rebel forces split and weakened, William Marshal led his royalist army to Lincoln. The castle on one side of the city was still controlled by royalists, under its formidable constable, Lady Nicola de la Haye. But the streets of the city were under rebel control. On May 20th, 1217, the Royalist Relief Force, led by William Marshal, arrived to retake the rebel-controlled city. The future of England rode on the success of this mission.
Alright, rebel barons and their French allies besieged the castle at Lincoln. The king's knight, William Marshal, was tasked with retaking the city by force. Okay, so this is the final battle. We're back in Lincoln. A strong defense is often the best option. Right, so they've actually made stone walls very, very powerful in this game. Oh, but siege can break them. Yeah, siege can break them, and only siege can break them. But the thing is, even with siege might break the walls, but then you have to go move past those walls. You can't just destroy all of them anymore. I could, but it would take a lot of time.
Troops loyal to the king held the castle at Lincoln, while outside, rebels controlled the city. The defenders had to hold the castle until reinforcements arrived, under the command of the king's knight, William Marshal.
Well, that's, that ain't good. Alright. Let's get more men on the walls. There is no escape, huh?
What wilt thou? Something to Shetton.
Let's try and send a unit to the village there. We need the village. We need an economy. It may not work, but it's like just 1 minute arms. I'm certain that I can survive without 1 minute arms. And if I can't, well,
Send the man to me now, which will be like this. Man up, it's so What be off in Hester before the end thee be bold. Jonas, man of arms, weapon for undo. Yeah, it's 4th in S.
okay, they're not gonna help me.
What needeth be undone?
We can't do any of this.
You can cross borders. Stir it yourself up.
Can we get a monastery at the very least? Yes, we can.
You can build that for day.
Seaster, yeah, sewer they captain. Stareth uta every chan, hold them at altar.
First the step to hit our way, men. Dress it, our way, men. Men of arms, dress it, our way, men. Keep it on the market for men.
Host it do.
You're ready to done some yet?
Every charm and tender.
A staring. We haven't steadies beyond that. Stir it out there, every chat. Flock in the seat.
Okay, we're gonna... Well, we can't...
Stir it out there, every
Fuck me. We can't do anything, really.
We haven't steadies beyond that.
Fall back.
I think they lister.
See they to work her.
Hestes kommer, highwaymen! Boy, boljende Hestes! Wayland Marcus, highwaymen! Get it?
Arita, horrendous disaster.
Yeah, the Hestes do!
We still have some resources, and we only need to hold for 2 more minutes.
Our observers, Jason.
Get those archers over on that side. Get those men-at-arms back, because they're not going to help me here.
What will
See they to work.
Alright, 5 seconds. Help has arrived.
At last, the King's Knight William Marshal arrived with his forces. While a hard battle remained, there was now hope for the young King's army. In order to liberate the city surrounding the castle, William Marshal commanded the King's men to destroy the military buildings belonging to the rebels.
Okay. That's a large section of knights.
William Marshal's forces were welcomed in Stowe, a nearby town loyal to the king.
What needeth be undone? Arita, what needeth working?
Arita, what needed working?
All right.
Stand in there.
What needed on men way?
Alles with. Let us read it, Kritas. Read it, thou Apple Tuckus. What needeth? Ich am on me way. Men of armies, where then verende
Fall back. I lost way too much there. Alright, we're gonna do this the hard way. Damn unfortunate, really.
We are Paranuta Tombfolk. Get it to Swington, Tombfolk. See if you'll do that new. If you'll have it that you building or not.
What? Thy will
See they to work, if you'll again on the reaper railings new.
You're right to irradiating.
What needeth they are doing? Reaper railings are not.
What needed? Arita, what needed work? It's in Sinnelleos. Arita, what needed work? What needeth be undone?
You're ready to done some work.
You're ready to done some work.
What needeth be undone?
Alright, we're gonna need woodworkers.
He builded thing. See fate a worker.
What needed be undone? That building will be reparailed and hearken at all. See they do over there. On me way.
You're ready to done some worker. Hirende Thien Hester.
Fuse to serve, redent greatest. For Arne, Mesta, whom I will be good.
You're ready to done some worker. See fate a worker.
See they do worker.
See fate a worker. What needeth be undone? What needeth worker?
What needed working? Do the job. Continue.
No! What the hell was that? Obeisance is Arne of
What needed?
See fate a worker.
Alright, we're gonna get the blacksmith when we get that opportunity.
You're ready to do some work. You're ready to put in there, so ahead.
Scouter, ready to read.
See
So
they
ahead.
to work.
See fate to worker. Build end day that Rita new. Yarrated on midway. That building was
See they to work. Arita, what need is work?
Crossbowers, dress at weapon.
Easy food.
All right, we're getting well, there's some gold there at the very least.
see they to camp on midway.
Yarrated done some work. Oh, hit on. What need is be undone. See you do that new. You go on from the wood. What may have been Heston? Heston shouldn't be held.
Benitez, keep that good fall. Benitez, yard. Let us read it, Benitez.
See they to work. Reaper railings are an uncle.
See they to worker.
The castle now faced a new attack from the rebels' French allies.
Mr. Anton.
Well, that's gonna be a problem.
Benitez, stand in there.
Yes, and sweeter, yes, sir. What did you do?
Benitez, soldiers.
Helmet low, crossbow.
What needeth be? I think they lister. Off to the Felders.
Apple, Benitez, yard.
What need is beyond do? Yeah, sweet the head. Ekel Felde that for they.
Let us read it. Next, move it. Get that busy. Crossbow. Hernende, mean man.
Press it, you stab it to it. Helmet low, crossbowners.
If the king's men hoped to lift the French siege, they would need to destroy the enemy forts on the outskirts of Lincoln.
Arita. Yeah,
Talk about the battle.
See the what need is beyond.
See what they had to. Host it up. Blockended, see if he'll do that new. Where have stead bayonet. They are yard Esther, Doombo. Host it done. Doombo.
See they to what need is beyond do.
What needeth be on the Rendays, Dean Hester?
Sinnelleos. Heston, come back. Heston, suit their heads.
Benitez, stand in there. It's
Yarrated, I think they listen. Ikil build a that see they to worker.
Get up there, dress it, you always.
All right, I'm gonna need to go to the next stage.
See to Hester.
See they to work. You go have that he building and on. See they to fell it out every chap. Yeah, go do that now. Then they that break the new. See they to work. You're ready to done some work. One
See they to work.
What need is beyond done.
All right, we're gonna go to the next stage.
Arita, what need is working. Where they shouted? We are an undrive beyond this hour.
Oh
After a
shit!
sustained assault on the castle walls, enemy forces broke through and threatened the heart of the stronghold.
Look jag vid hästen
not al Suisse, yes. The rest steppeth to heriende head.
Anna fresher marker.
Hest up better power.
And see. See they to worker. Ik Arita Ferende Sue ahead.
See ya, so at the head. You're in thin hester.
Right, so we have resources at various points.
Alla kanitas jar. Dute is none but men.
Yahweh Shattered! We've been shattered! War of servants shattered!
Alright, we need stone.
What will come?
Every time and see they to bear and Utzen every time.
Arthur kanitas jar. Frieden. Now, Knita, let it out Frieden. Knitas.
Dressen!
Alright, we're gonna clear the gold piles over there first.
Every charn and 10 dead. See fate a worker. Arita, what needeth worker? Ik, what needeth be undone? See fate a worker. Hearken at thou, host him done. Ik kill.
Arthur kanitas. Ja, alle kanitas jullie goed vettel kanitas.
Balding done. Hitler is good.
Dressen! Ik ken het!
Yare, yay. Susie has to do it. Seeth to Hestes. Voice and flesh, bale fondant. Build it.
Kanitas, stand in the eye.
Alright, we're in the next stage soon. Good. A new age has begun. Let's start constructing that army and also start getting a bunch of upgrades.
Hearken, Allah. Hestes aren't coming. Building to put an upper.
Lorem! She has set! Push it! That is me!
Okay, we need gold.
Yeah, you ready for Hestes?
Dich ontkomen av Wiener Hestes at Saal ons bak. Tolkes, nu Hestes. Ik will not but be the Hestes.
Niet, we obey. Read up all.
Ready? Ik will fall in the Hestes. In Borway that this is he build it and he build it well.
Alright, we're gonna get the university as well. Or so we're gonna need a late night.
Training arbeiders! Arbeiders!
That's... what? That's weird, but okay.
Nitas in God, hearken to Hester. Nu, young man, attend. Obeisance is me honor.
What needest thou of parken, Yowala? Where haveth Hest Vlad?
Friend is always merkless, need. Obeisance is me honor.
Oh, someone is probably... Am I getting it somewhere? Yeah, I'm getting it there.
Oh, none rest for the Druid. Ready to go.
Let's get farm enclosures. And here we on trebuchets whenever we can. Once I deal with the rebels inside the city,
the Sage Engine lesson and do.
We have our company will be welcome, Frankis. Stir the men, be thinking of this.
Intent Baron Uta and Donster. Their darkness. We bore away that this will be.
Oh, a short niches good, you know. Sergeant Sinnelleos.
Yeah, a steering sewer hat. It killed Molly and the Hesters. Oh, no. Arita every chat. Baron Uta.
let's get some gold.
We stand arch. Says down. The Sage are getting on. We are ready to glory. So often. Let's win now. They are with the us. We are attacking fear.
Fall back, you damn fools. Ah, so it's a castle ability, okay. So that's why where you're training.
Non-rester for the Druid. Ready to go.
Alright.
Common friends, forth aware, ready weapons. Friend is always merciless to steal. He can't be duty. He arrived, read a force. Me love prosper, will let me do. Push it. And here he comes, we are moving. Obeisance is me honor. A beat highwayman, for Ura Hester, our highwayman, stir.
Engines at the ready. Listen!
I will get down your gear.
Nitas, John to Nitas. What Hesters?
What needed? Pressing.
Damn.
Push it out.
Well, save our exquisite leader. Alright, let's get back up.
Who's thou habest me hunter?
No Hest, obeshing the Hester.
Alright, broken the siege over here.
The king's men tore through the rebel fortifications, diminishing the enemy's military presence.
Yeah, you ready for Hester? Intent? Arita every chunk. Better note that. Yeah.
Way on it and us to Ura end of lanes.
Cracker, the Hester is yet. We have it forthward. They're hiding at the back.
Ala is a dita. Wait a
Who's this?
meet the sage. Sage on James after doing that.
Ska vi bloga sten? Nickers är ready for commanders! It is team Nickers!
Ah, Paranan, following the artillery.
Alright, we got treasure chests over there. That they're gonna help a great deal.
Be the weapon nappers! Yes, me work! Vi spärrar till willen mig och så där! Spärren on the move! Vi shall do the obey! The obey! We are taking spurs!
Where have it in your will?
Okay, we
The king's army had almost regained control of the city.
Himmen shopping to shoot us!
Sage on James after
Crackers, hearken to Sturden, men. They're sinking on the spoil.
now it's Assyria. Oh,
beyond this.
Where need to call me duty? Where need it is peace?
damn.
Non-master for the shrew.
The king's army razed the last of the rebels' military buildings, but the French siege continued.
Ala is a dita. That will be on.
Where Nickers army ready for stir? Or from the Nickers, Kurtis, Anton, Hemmen loves Dörner. Ich habe Feuern, Bretter, Snade. Ist ein Stuhl, King. Open your hearken on.
Leadest thou of me?
Nickers, Weber, and crossbowers, at Dörner. What?
Following the sage, you reckons.
Yeah, hearken, Allah. Hestas aren't coming.
Well, we need gold, but I don't see
There's a
any
worker.
location where I could find any. I'm gonna search, but likely not there.
Heart where having an ender.
I'm following the sage engine, you reckons.
No, young man.
With the sage engine. Tarn.
Nita, Jontel Nites, Fortwardes, to Mikkel glory.
Frackers.
Our company lustfäring is not. Kan be on his shot.
There we have good. That will I be done.
Ah, there we go.
All right, Tarn to done.
Fall back. You're not equipped to deal with that. You're not equipped to deal with that.
Arwe Fina Hestes and Sal on Spark.
Intended new frickers. Here ready for our steering. We have no they stop her until Baron Uta at Donster.
Alright, we're gonna get that relic.
You ready for the next one? Steering, so ahead.
We're half ready, Hester. He's
Ready to go.
Look at way up there to from and loose.
Nitas fusing for glory.
Attack damage and movement speed.
Fingers always reckless misdeed. Nitas! Oh, 3 and 4! Where Nitas are they ready for school?
And posturing the sage engine. Tarn. Yeah, steering, so ahead.
Obedience to steering, so ahead.
Yeah, he'll stick.
Commanded me. So I will hit bail.
Nitas fusing for glory! Where Nitas are they ready for school? Quick engine juice! He called me duty.
mayest thou of me?
Good hit will they be all done. Hit on it.
Aim and low, cross.
Oh, we're men! We're moving now! We're next to the field! A shot to an end of the forward hand! We stand at your best practice. Obey. It's me on
The same, Sir George.
Nu, jag med! Han rider på!
Alla in the Hestes.
Vi har en häst, our Harken Fortwell.
Sir George, get in Bosken.
Harken to our company will be welcome.
Alright, do I have any other upgrades? Nope. It's all perfectly fine right now. We got the fort.
Sir George, getting on with it. On chins.
Alright, boys and girls, we have a massive army of longbowmen. We're gonna decimate all that stands in their path.
The king's men uncovered one of the French forces' siege camps near Lincoln.
If it's a camp, call it a camp relic. Confusing a bit. I expected a castle battle, and instead I got, well, this.
Ready to go.
Where happen and enter. Letting us pattern uta.
You ready for the next part? Paranuta at ons, and I the nest. Building to put it up.
Has to hit will they be all
Arwayman. Yet that
The Sir George's only ready.
Arwayman. Yet both on to a yard man and hit our
Trackers.
a coyet to Hestes Kurekis.
We will have
The Hestes will be obeyed.
Arwayman. Get down your gear, Arwayman.
We have to Hestes.
Address Busher, Arway. Get down.
Sir George's at the ready.
He shall do any. We have an Hestes. Stirred men. They're sinking on the spoil. Nu, young men.
Alright, get all those men.
They're hiding at the back.
Allah is a data. Who's victor?
Arwayman. Both guns to a yard.
The Sir George's on here.
We just need to destroy those houses.
Our company will be welcome, Fracas. Fracas.
Yeah, you ready for Hestes?
Wow, that's a hell of a huge amount of gold.
Arwayman.
Allah is a data.
The king's army tore through the French fort, weakening the enemy siege.
Alright, one fort down.
A big kill not, but
Nu, young stirred men. They think
One down, one to go.
Good. We have getting on with it.
We have an called me duty. Me weapon. Where need obeisance is me honor. Lorem. He shall do.
And here is the Hestes. And be improved. Good glow, Hess. You ready for the eagle steer and anti-Hester? Where the friend? We're moving the yard. For God, so I am meditate. Aggressive man at the word of the touch. But be the Hester. Hester's ill-can-these are none. What is this? Push it out loud. Nickers, you know. Be that our way there. Push it our way there. And here is that. That on Sal on the spot.
We are ready to shut it down!
Getting on me to set mountains, only waiting for it. Launchings, listen.
Nickers!
Push it our way there. Here is the Hestes. Hestes will siege artillery. Be our way there. Is a data. Who's thou havest me hunter?
Nickers, Nickers.
All right, William Marshall is It's the only knight still alive there out of that force.
We have an Estes coming on. New young men. Attention. Follow the center. And he has to
Victory.
We are moving!
William Marshall and Nicolas de la Haye had saved the city, and with it, the kingdom. William Marshall's success in retaking Lincoln was an overwhelming victory for the Royalists. The rebel barons had been defeated, and their French allies driven out of England altogether. William Marshall now focused on creating a stable kingdom for the young King Henry III. To maintain the backing of the rebels, in 1217, a royal seal of approval was given to a reissued Magna Carta, limiting the power of the monarchy. Many barons held lands in both England and Normandy. But now they faced a choice. On which side of the Channel would they make their home? Many chose England. The cross-Channel kingdom was over, establishing a clear English identity. But the impact of the Normans on England's evolution is still felt today. Almost 1,000 years later, the surviving Norman castles and cathedrals still dominate the landscape. In the midst of the modern city, William the Conqueror's fortress, the Tower of London, remains a powerful reminder of their legacy. But it's the unseen influence of the Normans that endures. The Norman invasion changed the English language and established the foundations of modern parliament and governance. And it's all because one man, William the Conqueror, claimed the English crown that he believed by rights was his. The Normans conquered a country and changed the course of England forever.
And that would be the first campaign. Ooh, Nicola. Sheriff of Lincolnshire. In the upheaval of the Civil War, Lincoln Castle became critical fortification in the fight for England's crown. At the forefront of its defense was an unlikely figure, an aging woman. Lady Nicola de la Haye lived in a time when husbands were the gatekeepers of their wives' power, yet for grit and loyalty, Nicola became an admired and even feared custodian of Lincoln. She personally planned and directed the defense of the castle through 2 sieges and regular attacks, staunchly holding her position against odds. King John and his heir, Henry III, owed their crowns to Nicola. They spoke of her fondly as our beloved and faithful Nicola de la Haye. And with that is over. The Norman Conquest. The Norman Legacy. So that was the English campaign, even though for many of these missions you're kind of playing some weird mix between the French and the English to some extent. Anyway, but then you get the full English roster and all that kind of stuff, right? So you get access to all of it. Yeah, that was fun. Some of the missions could have been better, and honestly, I could do with less castle sieges because they're not, or with less defense missions like that. I would say Dover was fine because you were doing other things, right, that were influencing and not just like defending for ages and ages and ages, right? But yeah, that would be it. Stay tuned for more. Don't forget to subscribe, like, enable notifications, and if you do enjoy my content, support me via PayPal, Patreon, or YouTube channel membership. I'll continue with the 100 Years' War.